that works. All right, it's gonna be kind of hard to see, but I'm gonna lift that up to show off. I got all of these new Jurassic Park Lego sets, and I'm just gonna go ahead and try to build as many as I can. Just because that's what I do. I like to build them all at once. I gotta find a way into my chair from here. Gotta get the scissors. There we go. And just roll on in here and make sure that the stream is actually going properly. Ooh, this is a fun one. That's what I got for all the purchases I made. It's like, oh, you $100, you get this little free thing. Oh, is that it? I think we're good. And the thumbnail is so boned. Yeah. Okay, so let's mute that and then pop out the chat, because that's what I need to do. There we go. And then I should turn on the little bit of music. That'll be good. I have no idea how many of these I can build in one sitting. There's no telling. But as usual, I'm going to start with the junior set and work my way up to stuff that's more exciting. I'm going to have these in the background. There we go. That works. Although, no, actually, I didn't really see the chat. There we go. So we got a little window. All right. Do I actually even need scissors for this one? Probably not. So I'll just push it in. Oh, wait, try to clear the stupid notifications. Get off my screen. There we go. See, I mean, no, I really don't like they have these junior sets with such cool things inside of them, but at the end of the day, you don't really get a choice. This is where the only way you can get Robert Muldoon from these. So I kind of have to get it, you know? Because I gotta get Robert Muldoon. I really wish I could have gotten a better thumbnail, but the fact is, I don't even know if there's a way to like reset the thumbnail and like get a new one. Because it starts to give you like 3 seconds to figure out what the heck is going on, and then immediately snaps a photo. Look at that. Look at all this. Brown bags. Interesting. Is that what the raptor is now? Oh, I get it, because trying to like reduce plastic, they're gonna do paper. Ah, that's part of the raptor is. That should make sense. Okay, I get it. Anything else? No. Okay. It's got 1, 2, and 3. Lord knows this one's gonna be a real brain buster. So we got 1. And I'll just get to work. And then from here I'm going to build like the smallest to the biggest. I feel like that's the best way to get this done. Hopefully everything's looking alright. Like a trash box for this. Yeah, that one will do. Hopefully not. No, I'm not going to put it up there. I'm not going to put it next to the camera. That would be dumb. I'm so glad I got these. I'm genuinely surprised they didn't release any of these early. Normally I get like 1 or 2 at least, like if the sets released early, but no. They were on strict lockdown with these ones. No releasing these sets early. And there was a huge line at the Lego store too. Why is it not looping? Hey, you stupid jerk. There we go. Yeah, there's a huge line at the Lego store. We had to stand there for like 30 minutes. Almost made me late to work. But you know what? I wasn't late to work, and I get these awesome Jurassic Park Lego sets. Ooh. Stuff that back there. And this. Okay then. Here we got the classic Jurassic Park Raptor with a nice bit of grays and browns. It looks so much better than the old one that we got before, which was all brown. It didn't really look right. Look at this beautiful, beautiful raptor. Nice. Oh, hello, Chumpy boy. Hello, Andre. Hopefully the audio sounds alright. It's kind of hard to tell with when I have to use the phone. I can't use my actual microphone. Where the heck did that little piece go? Where are you? There it is. Thanks, yeah, thanks for telling me. Alright, look at this. I love this raptor design. It looks so much better than the old Jurassic Park raptor we got from that one set we got. That was like the raptor kitchen plus the room or whatever. It was all brown. This one's got the nice mix of browns and grays. It makes it actually look like a Jurassic Park 1 raptor. And I really like that. I honestly, today has been a bit of chaos for me. I woke up 2 hours too early. I couldn't go back to sleep. Even though I woke up 2 hours early, I never noticed my phone was unplugged. So I didn't charge my phone all night. It's actually having to sit on the charger right now because it pretty much was dead. From the moment I woke up, I've been having to just keep it on the charger at all times. It's just been a crazy morning. And also going down to the Lego store. I mentioned this earlier, but no one was here yet. The Lego store, because they're releasing so many new things, we had to wait in line for like half an hour to get this. To get these Jurassic Park Legos. Thank goodness they were working because apparently they're having a lot of problems with their scanners. And so we were rolling the dice on which one of these would work, and thank goodness all the Jurassic Park sets were good to go. Because I was worried I wouldn't be able to buy one and have to like wait until later to get them all. It's been a crazy day. It also is my dad's birthday, so I have no idea if we're going out for dinner or not. And if we are, it might cut into, I might have to like stop like at some point. But I want to go as fast as I can and get as many of these done as possible. All of them, I think this cost me $320? Don't quote me on that exactly. Oh, hey, Brick Trick. Haven't heard from you in a while. How you doing, man? Yeah, so I think it was like $320 or something like that. And then, you know, I can't even give the full price because I used a lot of my like Lego VIP club points. So that price isn't even accurate because I got like a bunch off. How much I don't actually know. Look at this. Look at these pre-built pieces. Yeah. Sorry, I wish I gave a more definitive answer, but they're like, hey, you want to use your points to get some money off of this? I'm like, oh, of course. This is like all I ever buy is my own stuff from Bricklink, so this is the only chance I ever have to purchase stuff officially from Lego and use their points. Beyond that, it's all my custom work, you know? I can make all my custom dinos and all that. Because that's more fun. Custom work is always more fun. Yeah, so if it was like $120 for me, however much it is for you, maybe 140. I think he said it was like $20 cheaper. I got a $20 coupon. Yeah, I feel that. This morning was crazy for me, and I'm just kind of trying to figure stuff out. But Lego never goes away. I always get a chance to build some Lego stuff, except for the fact that my okay. If any of you are wondering where my Lego Indominus is, I bought my replacement parts, but they've been in transit for about 2 weeks at this point. They've been labeled as in transit when I go to the package tracking for 2 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a call either today or tomorrow and be like, hey, where's my package? Because I want to build my Indominus Rex. I want to bring it to you all. And I even bought the pieces to make my little bite-size build of it too. Because a little baby Indominus alongside the regular Indominus sounded like it could be fun. Which is going to be my surprise, but at this point it's not much of a surprise. I just wanted to get here. I wanted to be able to build it. Finish my Indominus, make the instructions for it, make a little baby Indominus for a bite-sized build. Boom, good stuff. Yeah, I just know life's been crazy, Brick Trick, and hopefully it's not too bad, you know. Because I've been mostly dealing with a lot of financial issues and whatnot. It's not really issues, it's more just trying to figure out a balance. You know, being able to pay rent and car insurance and all that stuff, and then still be able to do stuff like this. Lego was expensive after all. Boom, 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 boom. This is the not so fun part. So I'm just kind of rushing through this. This junior set should be done really quick. Yeah, I actually put there's actually an image of a teaser of it. I put it in my Discord. I shared it with them. That's what I kind of do. You can get more accurate updates over there anyways. It's a lot easier to share images too. I just click send and boom. Don't have to make some sort of post. It's gonna go right there, isn't it? Maybe? Not yet. So if you were curious about that, I have one image shared out there this far. If you just want to leave it a surprise, just wait for it to arrive. If it ever does. Like I said, I'm going to have to go and make an angry call to the USPS and ask, hey, where's my package? Do you know what happened to my package? I spent like $20 on that. I'd like to know where it is. $20 worth of Lego out there somewhere. I'll have to become the Karen. Yeah, that's cool. Just letting you know. If you want to leave it a surprise, that makes sense. I like surprises more anyways. That's why I tried to, once the first trailer for Prehistoric Kingdom Season 2 came out, I avoided all information about it so I could get the fullest, most enjoyable experience out of that. And that was great. I want to talk about that. I loved, if you haven't seen Prehistoric Kingdom Season 2, go do yourself a favor and check that out. It's fantastic. I love the T-Rex at Montesaurus Hunt because, you know, I'm a big T-Rex fan. I like to watch T-Rex do T-Rex things. I'm what you might call a T-Rex fanboy. It's my favorite dinosaur, after all. Boom, boom, get that right there. Hope it's all in view. Yeah, we're doing good. I'm doing good at keeping it within view of the camera. I like to trick. It's always been a bit of a trouble sometimes for me. Frog. I like the frogs. Like the frog. Like reference to frog DNA is kind of funny. Aw, dang, you can't even watch it? That sucks, man. That is actually that is a darn shame. That really bites. Wow. I can't imagine that. That would just suck. Well, if you ever get the chance, don't pass it up. Because it was absolutely astonishing. My favorite part about that series is simply how they keep showing me things that I didn't know. Like, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it too much, but there is a sequence where they explain that apparently a certain type of sauropod nested inside of dormant volcanoes because the soil was warm and incubated their eggs. I'm like, what? And I looked it up, and they were right. It was real. That was a real thing. And I'm like, that's so rad. Oh, here's the man. It's something I wouldn't know unless I watched the show. I really like that about the prehistoric planet. Maybe they show me things I didn't really know, even as a dino nerd. And I watched it's like the Skeleton Crew on YouTube, and even they were talking about how they didn't know that either. So it's like, hey, look at that. I guess I'm not the only dino nerd that doesn't know. These guys are like actual paleontologists, and even they didn't know. Man. Robert Muldoon, finally. The man, the myth, the legend. He doesn't have a double face. He only gets the angry scowl. Oop, hat backwards. Booyah. There he is. Robert Muldoon. Finally, in Lego form. Well, I'll talk about that later, obviously during my reviews, but I mean, you know, we'll talk about pricing and all that in reviews. This is just build time. This is not me thinking about how much money I sunk into. This is just build for fun, you know? Jurassic Park novels. I mean, look, I'm gonna be perfectly honest about this. I don't read many books. In fact, The Lost World and Jurassic Park are pretty much the only two books I've ever read outside of like a school thing, other than when I was like really young in elementary school when I read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, like a number of those. So to say that I can't really say anything besides the fact that I love them because they have dinosaurs. because my frame of reference for literature is very small. Generally, I don't like books because I just find them. You know, I play video games, and I find that like much more enjoyable. But Jurassic Park as a book, man, I couldn't get enough of that. I read the Jurassic Park first and second novels twice, and I don't know if it was just like if it was like a version I read that was just messed up, but there wasn't like the first time I read the Jurassic Park book. Apparently, I missed the entire aviary sequence, which was really strange. Like I read the second one, I don't remember this scene in the book when I read it the first time. It's like, did I read like some weird version that pulled this out? I don't know. It was weird. I couldn't never figure out what happened. So yeah, I do like them. I love them. They're fantastic. But saying that doesn't mean much because I don't read books like ever. God, the last time I read a book, I don't even know. I couldn't even answer that. I don't even know when the last time I read a book was. So it's complicated, like a lot of things. Nothing's ever black or white. I like them, but at the same time, I don't read books, so my opinion doesn't really hold all that weight, you know? It's like asking me for my opinion on professional sports. You know, it's like I don't watch sports, so my opinion's kind of worthless. I would say they're boring, but that's because I just don't watch them. I think they're boring. I just don't feel it's fair for me to pass any kind of judgment. I guess I'm weird like that. I don't know. Did it? Second. I'm trying. Is it good? We good? We good to go? Hopefully. Nice. There's a little pop on my phone, so trying to get my water. Thanks for the heads up. Let's get down to business. Well, I mean, I would say the second one's more enjoyable, but that's because it has Carnotaurus in it, and I play favorites. I did like really. There's so much in the books that I liked. Like little, especially like I even made that Triceratops, baby Triceratops, the feeder scene. I made that out of Lego because I genuinely did like that scene a lot. I thought it was kind of sad that they cut it, so I made that little, I made the little feeder room and little baby trike and all that. I'm still super salty that they keep adding all the printed bricks to these little junior sets but force the adults to put on stickers. It's always so irritating. I mean, to be fair, the books also did have a proper Louis Donson, which the movies can't say. Dominion did not have a Donson. It had a guy pretending to be Donson. Some whiny, pathetic little man. And I've always wanted to see Donson come back in a proper form, and he never did. And as far as I'm concerned, he never has in the movies. Honestly, I'll probably read them again. I should probably read those books again because it has been a long time. I have to find the time though, and I'm already busy with a lot of other things. So maybe one day, because I guarantee my memory is way too foggy to call more than like the few scenes I really liked, like the Carnotaurus shed, the little feeder, and T-Rex in the waterfall, and like those two books. Like, there's some scenes that I remember very specifically, and then most of them it's just kind of haze. Oh yeah, the raptors in the high hide sequence. I remember that too, where he kicks the kid in the he's like in the cage and the raptors kick him along. I'm just trying to remember like what happened because I barely remember the books. Like it's been so long. I never liking them, but it's just time, man. It's been so long. Okay. This is the final one. Why is there an extra chain? Whatever, that's useful. Carnotaurus is definitely cool. Abelisaurus in general, I just have a, you know, I like them a lot. They have the Extrixonatosaurus, you know, the explosion-born lizard, which is just really freaking cool. I'm just gonna miss a step in here. It's like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to put it on top. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I also missed that. Just be a red box. I get Dr. Ellie Sattler, one of many. In this wave, we do have a lot of Ellie Sattlers. Luckily, she has different hair pieces in some of these. You don't need to, man. I mean, the whole point of a stream is that I can at least like chat. If I wanted to build in silence, I would have just, you know, I would have just not streamed it. But look, there's the hair piece we got like 60 of in the last wave. Luckily, we used to get some different hair on the Brachiosaurus set at the very least. But yeah, like I said, my favorite's probably Extrixonatosaurus. It's tied up there with Carnotaurus just because it has a cool name, you know, explosion-born lizard. It's rad. I'm glad I kinda got to June, you know, Jurassic June. Oh, you know what I'm waiting for? The new Jurassic World Evolution 2 DLC. Or like at least update that's supposed to be coming out. They haven't really released any more news on that, have they? Like nothing on it right now. Which is like, why? I want to know what's the next DLC gonna be. I must know. It's like, oh, we'll do an update in June. Now we have an entire month to work on this. Oh, you know what sucks though? Is that I might have to do jury duty here soon. It's be on the 18th. I got a little summons for it. We'll see. It's one of those ones where you're like in a group, and they might say, you know, it's like this is your group number. We can, you know, call on this thing. We'll tell you if you need to arrive. So I might have to do jury duty. That's gonna be something. Right in the middle of June too, and you're right in the middle of Jurassic June. I was doing all my Jurassic Park stuff, and it's like, no, jury duty. Hot dog. It's a junior set, you gotta have a silly little hot dog in there. I want to get this more exciting set builds, you know, like the Dilophosaurus Nedry set over here. Ah! Yeah, like most junior sets, this is not very exciting. I don't like junior sets, I really don't, but this was the only way to get Robert Muldoon, so they basically held me hostage. Why, you like my Lego build? Your Tyrannus is cool, you know, the feathered tyrant, it's just a cool dinosaur that helped us understand so much more about Tyrannosaurus. I'm a big fan of Tyrannosaurus, so yeah, I always like more Tyrannosaur representation. Same with the Abelisaurs. I need more of those two. Give me more Abelisaurs and Tyrannosaurs. That should be the DLC. Jurassic World Evolution now. If I had any modding skill to just make them myself, but I don't. So, yeah. Well, obviously I'm going to pick T-Rex. I'm going to bring that sucker back. Just probably pick my 5 favorite dinos and I'll probably end up being carnivores. Sorry if you hear the door slam. People bringing in groceries and nobody knows how to lightly shut the door in this house. Yeah, definitely T-Rex, and Carnotaurus, and Baryonyx, Cryolophosaurus, Maybe Kentrosaurus? There we go. I think that's it. The junior set is done. We have a Muldoon, who unfortunately I do have a shotgun for somewhere, but I don't have it on me at the moment, so I'll have to get one for him later. It could be anywhere on any of my shelves. So I'll give him this lame dart gun for now. And yeah, like, let's not even pretend that this is the exciting bit. This is the least exciting bit of all of this. It's a junior set. The only thing cool about it is Robert Muldoon, and like I said, this really cool raptor. Which you can get another of in this set, but who cares? 2 raptors. That's good. That's good to me. Alright, let's put some other dinos and the characters over here. ATV could be useful. And then this part, I could just put this somewhere else. Junior sets usually are the weakest link. The other thing they're good for is their exclusive characters. That's why Lego puts them there. Specifically to get you, because they know you want it. They know you want Robert Muldoon, so you will buy the junior set. Because we didn't put him in any other set. Why? Because we think it's funny. You just like the Dilophosaurus set. Look at the little boy. He's missing his bottom jaw right now. Get that to focus. I like the smaller Dilo and accurate colors. Like Jurassic Park accurate colors. Now we got the big sticker sheet of like, gosh darn everything. Here's the entire Lego set. Just look at the white background for these. This is kind of strange. You think that the white would be, you know, for like the last wave, which had white borders, but I guess not. Oh, because the price is still, that's a reasonable price. That's funny. Alrighty then. Well, let's get to work. Alright, both Dennis Nedry and the bottom jaw of those Dilophosaurus are in here somewhere. There's that. Snap that in. Ooh. Arg. I'm going to bring this closer because this is no longer a junior set where it's pretty much it builds itself. There we go. Dennis. Torso. Spat in and worried. There we go, Dennis Nedry. And now it's time to make this giant car. Hello, what do you got? I don't know how to pronounce that name, but I'll say hi. There's certain limits, so I'm just like, yeah, I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna butcher that name right there. Arr. Go. boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I always have to keep up to date on that stuff. You know, it's my whole channel. It's all about Jurassic Park Lego. That's first the only thing I have to pay attention to. Which makes things a little bit easy for me. So I can't really complain. Everyone else gotta do like all the Lego sets ever, like Just Too Good or something. It's like, yeah, I don't think I can hold that kind of enthusiasm for every single Lego set ever. That's a pretty good placement right there. Booyah. The only good part about being those big channels is that you get your sets early. Like Just Too Good made his videos on this like 2 weeks ago. He's got that early access. Something that I will probably never have, even if I was popular, because I'm not exactly afraid to tell, you know, like the last day where I called a lot of the sets pretty trash. I don't think Lego would appreciate that. But I always speak from the heart, even if I'm wrong, like with that one set with the Atrociraptor truck. Everyone's like, you just have to put them the opposite directions, your video's wrong. It's like, yeah, you're not technically wrong about that, but I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't like that was the only solution. I still don't. That part still annoys me about that one set. Why don't you just make the truck a little longer? So I was wrong, yes. So, you know, I'll be honest, even if I'm wrong. It's just how it is. We're doing reviews of these sets too. Hopefully I don't make some kind of big mistake like that again. It'll just be more about how this is like a lot of vehicles. Like no reason. And they're really big. Yeah, I feel that. I've gotten lucky. The old place I used to live, they had a Lego store at the local mall, and we moved to Arizona. Now here, there's also a Lego store in the mall close to where we live. So I got lucky. You know, Lego stores aren't very common. So I just went over there this morning to the Lego store, waited in line for half an hour, and they let me in to go and get new sets. I know, especially since I didn't get to choose where we live anyways. I was just following my parents along since the economy's in shambles and I probably couldn't even afford an apartment. I mean, I just did spend $300 on Lego, so maybe it's partially my fault, but I'm doing a decent job of saving money. You gotta put away that extra money to be early on in the year so you can start saving away for when you throw down $300 on Lego. You even have one in your state? Dang. That's a bit extreme, isn't it? Yeah, you're not wrong about that. I mean, they could have fixed the Giga. It could have been a little bit better. Their Xenosaurus was pretty cool. Pyroraptor was awesome. Quetzal was awesome. The movie was embarrassed to be a dinosaur movie for some reason. Tried everything in its power to avoid having dinosaurs in their dinosaur movie. Which is what I will keep complaining about, is the lack of dinosaurs, because I did the math. And if you don't know, there are 12 minutes of screen time devoted only to locusts where they're actually on the screen. Like, they're actually in the scene. To tell you how much it is, it's about 9% of the entire movie, and the T-Rex and Giganotosaurus' screen times combined is 9 minutes. There are 3 more minutes of locusts than there are of the big bad dinos that we're supposed to, pay attention to. Now that I have math to put through, it makes it look even more terrible. No, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The storyline invalidates the events from Fallen Kingdom, which it needs to exist. If Fallen Kingdom didn't exist, Dominion doesn't exist. But the plot about the girl and how they retconned it about Maisie, it destroys all of Lockwood's reasoning for doing what he did in Fallen Kingdom, and so Fallen Kingdom no longer exists, and therefore Dominion doesn't either, which is just, great job there, guys. Making a continuity error so massive that it takes down 2 movies with it. That's genuinely impressive. Like, I'm not even, like, I'm too impressed with how bad you failed to be mad at this point. Did nobody catch this? Not one of you? Because now they're going to have to go back and retcon Lockwood, because his whole motivation was because my daughter died in this car accident, like way back in the early 90s. I tried to clone her using the technology from the park we were building, and that made Hammond, mad, and so he kicked me out. But now she didn't. She didn't die. She's alive even longer than Hammond, and so now Lockwood has no reason to do anything he did in Fallen Kingdom, and it's like, what? This is. Someone didn't really proofread this, did they? And it's something I would have liked to do if I was doing a review of Dominion, but I don't even know if I have what it takes. I'm not exactly a movie review channel, and I don't have that great editing skills. Maybe one day. Because there's a lot of problems with Dominion. You don't even have, you toss a stone, you hit a problem in Dominion. It's just, they're just everywhere. It doesn't make any sense. Nothing in Dominion makes sense. It was a dumb movie, and yeah. There's so many things I would change from Dominion. From how they actually use a legacy cast, because I think they were completely wasted in that movie. To other smaller things. I'd had a whole entire snow sequence though. Like they go to I gotta imagine the stories that if you were to do it the same way, it would be that Biosyn kidnaps Blue and holds Blue hostage to get Owen to do things for them because he's like he's a dinosaur expert and they need somebody to I don't know, go to some frozen abandoned facility and get some information for them. I think that'd be fun. Get a nice frozen sequence with some Utyrannus or something. Like I'd imagine a Utyrannus chase on like snow skis. That's essentially what I like to. I forget the name of the I was thinking jet ski, but like for the snow, whatever those things are called. So Utyrannus chase on those would be pretty wicked. I'm still part of the people that think that the Therizinosaurus thing was the coolest. Because it really was. It really was the only scene that felt properly Jurassic Park in that entire movie. Yeah. Paraptor was cool though. Paraptor, one of the best designs in the entire movie. That's up there with like Quetzalcoatlus. The Quetzalcoatlus thing was so cool. I wish it was longer than like 5 seconds. Because holy moly, that scene was so short. It was in and out, goodbye. Yeah, snowmobile. That was a snowmobile. Thank you. Snowmobile chase by Utyrannus. And also add in some Chirodon or Stenonychosaurus. The right one is Stenonychosaurus, but I'll still call it Chirodon just because that's what everybody knows it as. If I say Stenonychosaurus, nobody knows what the heck I'm talking about. But yeah, I have like I imagine they go to a laboratory, an abandoned Biosyn laboratory that was taken over by the dinosaurs. Inside, they have to outmaneuver a bunch of Chirodon that have infested the facility. And when they make it outside, the Chirodon back down because the Utyrannus arrive, and they jump on the snowmobiles, and they have to catch on to like a helicopter with like a rope ladder hanging down as it's trying to it doesn't want to land because there's dinosaurs all over the ground. And so you have to with the snowmobiles chase down and get to the ladder while the Utyrannus are chasing behind them. I think that would be wicked. The opening, I would change it so that it would be actually about Alan Grant at his dig site being attacked by a wild Dimetrodon that have wandered into the area. Really just more dinosaurs, more prehistoric animals. you know, more dinosaurs and prehistoric animals in our world and how people are reacting to it. I think that'd be very exciting. Like imagine now imagine the opening where imagine the locust scene, but instead of the locust scene, it starts on a farm, and the farmer runs out, and instead it's like Stegosaurus eating all this corn, and he hears a ruckus from where he keeps his cows, and he goes over there and there's a Carnotaurus eating one of his cows, and he starts to like try to scare it off, but instead it starts to attack him, and you get this whole extended sequence of a farmer trying to battle a Carnotaurus on his property. And then later during a police report, like say Ellie Sattler shows up to study how the dinosaurs are reacting to the modern she's investigating the corn because Stegosaurus were eating it. She wants to know how the dinosaurs are reacting to it. And then during that sequence, that's when the locusts attack, and now they have to get back into this already destroyed farmhouse from a Carnotaurus attack and hold off a army of locusts that are attacking. It's just constant. You need to have the locusts be a part of this and have more dinosaurs. There's so much more you could have done with it. And they just didn't do any of it. And there's just so much you could do with it. The Dimetrodon was totally cool. And again, totally underutilized. Critically underutilized. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, I'm building like the sideboard you step on to get into the car. And if you look on this sticker, there's a dinosaur footprint leading into the one of the doors. That's kind of neat. The Dilophosaurus got in the car. But yeah, there's so many sequences I would love to include. Like I would absolutely ramp up the Malta sequence and how everything went down. Instead of it just being like a brief Carnotaurus Allosaurus escape, nah, it'd be everything. Like the entire city would erupt. You'd have a Quetzalcoatlus taking down a helicopter, just absolute chaos erupting in the streets. The T-Rex breaks out from underneath, and the underground fighting ring starts stomping around the city. And I'd probably change out the Atrociraptors to Deinonychus like people thought they were going to be originally, because they really need to use Deinonychus. Like, I just want to see Deinonychus. I really do. At least acknowledge that bit of, canon. Like, I imagine a scene where he's racing along the street being chased by a Deinonychus, and then he rounds a corner and there's a T-Rex kicking over cars. He drives under it, and as he does, the T-Rex tries to snap at him, but he misses. And the T-Rex turns its head and sees the Deinonychus approaching and ends up catching one of them and, killing them so he loses one of his pursuers. There's so many cool action sequences you could have made, even cooler if you just added more dinosaurs to the scenes. Yeah, it would be. There's so much you could do with Dominion, and they just didn't do anything. And it's really the biggest part. Is the movie is nothing but missed opportunities. It really is. I would love that. I really would. They need to go and do Lost World and Jurassic Park 3 sets. If they're not going to do it next year, then they should at least start planning to do a 30th anniversary event for the Lost World in 4 years, and then also Jurassic Park 3. I don't even like Jurassic Park 3, but it's Lego. We don't have a Lego Spinosaurus. The fact that I have 600k views on my Lego Spinosaurus videos is because we still don't have a proper one. And yeah, it's they just need to go in. They just need to do it. Just do it. Since this box is so thick, just throwing the extra pieces in here. Oh, hello. Hey, Godzilla Drawer. I remember you from my Jurassic World. Was it the stream where you built the big lagoon? I remember you. There's a lot of things that we can do. Yeah, it's exciting stuff. Although, I can't pretend like I'm not disappointed that some of these sets are really just cars and nothing else. The only thing I really like about this set is this little Dilo and the East Dock sign we're getting, because that means I can finally complete my own custom Dilophosaurus set, because the only thing I didn't have was an East Dock sign. So all I could hope for was that they did one for the set, and they did. So I can complete my, Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus that I made a long time ago. And get rid of that weird fake like interpretation of a new stock sign I have and replace it with a real one. Exciting stuff. We'll get into it, especially later when I do my reviews. I wonder if I'll be able to record those today. We'll see how long this takes. So I'd like to personally upload them all one day after another. Gotta go eat. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we do need more plant eaters. And hey, in this set they added Brachiosaurus, and in another one they added Gallimimus. The fact that they didn't include Gallimimus in this wave is kind of disappointing, because it's like the only other major dinosaur in this movie, and it's the only one that doesn't show up in this set. And they have a mold for it, so why didn't they include it? Let's see like a Godzilla drawer. And yeah, Parasaurolophus would be nice. That's kind of what I... Like, I really want there to be Lost World sets. They are the only... It is the only movie that has no sets for it at this point. Because technically they had Lego Studio Jurassic Park 3 sets, so even Jurassic Park 3 has at least something. Lost World has literally nothing. And Lost World deserves more. It's a great movie. I don't care what anyone says. I love the Lost World. I mean, heck, I built that really awesome mobile lab. Maybe they're intimidated. They see my Lost World mobile lab and like Rona's Lost World mobile lab, and they're like, oh, you know, if we make this, we're competing against those, right? And it still bothers me that we didn't get any like big adult like sets. Like we didn't get like a big like $600 visitor center set. Because I go in there, when I go to the Lego store, it's like they have 100,000 different super big Star Wars sets, and Jurassic Park doesn't get any. It really still feels like Lego just doesn't want to make big Jurassic Park sets for some reason. And it's really irritating. I want my big Jurassic Park Lego sets, Lego. Bring them to me. Is it gonna be like that? Yeah, there it is. I see. Yeah. Why is there a white frog? What the heck? Oh, it's a shaving cream thing. Oh, that's kind of neat, actually. If it is. I see it now. Lego always gets clever with their pieces. Turn a frog into a piece of whipped shaving cream. Why not? Although I feel like the little like swirl ice cream would have worked a little better for that. Nice. And just stick this on there. Lego loves frogs. Who doesn't? The Beelzebub shows up in season 2 Prehistoric Planet, so even Prehistoric Planet likes their frogs. And he shows up for more than just like 1 second like he did in the first season, which was just like eating that little dino. Nice. So that goes right here. Like that. This. There we go. Yeah, they truly use like all their piece count to like make these cars really big for some reason. I'm realizing that. Why they could have made these sets a lot cheaper if they produced like regular sized cars. Why did they make these so beefy? Just to make the sets more expensive? That seems a little bit weird, doesn't it? Because these cars could be a lot smaller. I know. I built the one straight out of the Lego game. And it worked just fine. Why are these cars so ginormous? I'm gonna have to pull that down and compare them after this. If I had to make one set, we see if it was for everybody else. If it was for everybody else, I would choose that everybody gets a mobile lab. But if I had a personal choice, I want the Raptor Village sequence. I really do. Big, expensive Raptor Village sequence. They're just giant. They really are huge. It really doesn't feel necessary, but they're so gigantic. It's more like they wanted to make these sets more expensive, so they made the cars bigger. Yeah, if that was my personal choice, I'd just end up making the Raptor Village. It'd be way better. Because that would be so cool. Worker Village. I tried making it once myself, and it clearly left some, it left some stuff. Definitely needs some more work, so I'm trying to say. There's a lot of things LEGO should have done, but the fact that it didn't release any big LEGO sets for this wave really, they really should have released at least one, like, adult-themed Jurassic Park set, but they just didn't. And it really is a shame. I'm having trouble figuring out why they decided to do that. Like, why do they constantly make so many Star Wars sets? But yeah, they keep shunting Jurassic Park to like whatever they can scrounge up. You get 5 sets this year, no adult themed sets, nothing. But it's like, it's the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park. Can we get more? No. You will get a facade of a visitor center, 1 Brachiosaurus, and yeah, that about does it. And I guess that's why my channel exists, because LEGO continually just refuses to give everybody like everything they wanted from Jurassic Park and decides to only give them whatever they can scrounge. We're definitely never going to touch the novel, that's for sure. The novel's way too violent for them. Mosasaurus. We can only hope that they would make a Mosasaurus. But, I mean, I guess after the Brachiosaurus, there's actually a chance, versus before where I thought there was no chance because we didn't have a Brachiosaurus. Look at something. Hold up. Nothing ever went on these little weird pieces. What? That's weird. That's like these little like studs you put in here. They didn't seem to actually put anything on them. Strange. Aquatic reptiles, yeah, in general. I mean, they already do so much for Star Wars. It's like, I feel like they need to start putting more attention over in Jurassic Park, because it's not like Jurassic Park doesn't make money. You know, it's not like it's some unknown franchise compared to Star Wars. Herrerasaurus. Man, I would kill for Herrerasaurus. Still my favorite Triassic dino. Ever since I played Zoo Tycoon 1. They're not going to really do that. They're not going to do any non-Jurassic Park based stuff, like, ever. Licensed products do way better. They did Lego Dino and it didn't work out, clearly. Otherwise they would have continued it. You know what I mean? Most of the stuff you want, you probably just have to make yourself these days, because again, LEGO doesn't really seem to like Jurassic Park. There are people inside that do, but it seems like more like an upper management type of thing that doesn't really want to give them like too many things, doesn't want to make too many Jurassic Park based sets. Because there's clearly love put into a lot of these sets, but the air of compromise is all around them. It's funny, whenever they're left alone, like with that one really good wave that came out of nowhere a couple of years ago, they make some of like the best Lego sets. But then they come in and they did like the Dominion, and there was probably like more eyes on it, and there was more sets, and it was like really questionable for some weird reason. Their set just really wasn't that great. We good? We good again? I don't know what's up with my phone. Sorry about that. Just keep me informed of when it freezes. It's being dumb. Yeah, so thanks. Yeah, just keep me informed. I don't know what's going on or what's causing it. Sometimes the pop-up appears and says and blocks my screen. It's like, whatever. Just stay out. Leave me alone. I'm trying to record some Lego building. I don't think Lego's making Prehistoric Planet sets. That sounds like fake news. That seems like so out of left field. You know, like we haven't seen them do anything like that before. Why would they do it now? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep, so you got Godzilla drawer. Alright. Everybody keeps saying they need to make a new Dino Crisis, and I was like working on some game development stuff, but I kind of halted because of issues. And I mean, eventually, I do want to make my own dinosaur horror game because no one else is gonna do it at this rate. Like, let's just be honest. God, I wish there was no Dino Crisis, but it doesn't look like Capcom's at all interested in doing that. So, what are we gonna do? Can't exactly force them to. Much like Lego, they just seem to assume that dinosaurs only like never really sell, so they just don't make anything about them. They tried to make that one game, Exoprimal, and it was. I played it, and God, it was just so disappointing. Look at that! You can spin the sign, like Nedry. Let's see. That's a good play feature. It's a good. I'm glad they included that. Yeah, I have mixed feelings on the boxes too. Like the green, I guess it looks kind of nice, and sort of like the green and red I think looks fine, but why do they include a Jurassic World T-Rex if it's a Jurassic Park anniversary? Those are two very different designs. And then I guess they did include the Jurassic World T-Rex as their T-Rex in this wave for some weird reason. So I guess it does have some kind of sense in it. But I don't know. It just feels kind of awkward. Like it just looks strange. Like the cutoffs right there just look kind of odd. The colors are fine on the border, but I get it. But it was kind of like it looks a bit like the Minecraft boxes because they both share a kind of similar shade of green. Look at that little E-Stock sign. That's it for that one. And look at this thing. Look at how beefy that is. That is a big truck. I don't know if I can get that down. That's too high, I think. I'll try to get that my little Jeep. But I'd have to probably get a bigger chair to stand on, like a ladder. I'll just do it in my review. I'll compare the size. Yeah, it's Jurassic World Rexy on the box, but it's also Jurassic World Rexy in the set, so, you know, like I can see the connection at the very least. Do I approve? No. But I can't pretend like it doesn't make some kind of sense if we're going to include the... and I'll talk about that. It's a little bit odd that in the 30th anniversary set, we finally get the perfect Jurassic World Rexy. But, you know, in the 2014 Jurassic World movie, like Lego line, we got the perfect Jurassic Park 30th anniversary T-Rex. It's a little weird that they have them flipped. But it's a good thing that because of the channel, I own all the Jurassic Park Lego sets that have ever been released. So I will have access to both. Because the browns on the T-Rex there are way too dull. Rexy in the actual 1993 movie is a lot more vibrant in her brown colors. Those are more muted. They're more like, you know, like Jurassic World Rexy. And it's a minor thing, but it does annoy me a little bit, I'll be honest. Much as this wellness set too. We're opening the Triceratops set, and as I've said before, I don't know why they keep making this Triceratops brown. It's not brown. I don't know how they keep making this mistake. The Jurassic Park Triceratops is bluish gray. And it's kind of awkward. It feels like somebody at Universal should have stopped Lego before they went ahead and did this. It's a nice looking Triceratops. I like the design. Why is it brown? It should be gray. Yeah, at least it's not, you know, the not pseudoceratops situation from Dominion, where they just made a Triceratops and colored it like a not pseudoceratops and pretended like nothing was wrong. Like, what are you talking about? Triceratops. Why does it have the not pseudoceratops colors? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anything. I feel like I gotta keep checking the phone now, just to see if another pop-up blocks and like stops the stream or something. Yeah, big legs in the back. Oop. I can't really see that yet. Bring it back. There it is. A beautiful patterned, wrong color Triceratops. Well, no, it's brown in the movie because they covered it in dirt and mud. So it looks brown because it's covered in mud and dirt. But underneath the mud and dirt, it is a bluish gray, which you can see if you look at things like, you know, like, what was it, the 25th anniversary, like, Ironhead, like, model. A couple of brickheads. Oh, what's up? Favorite set? I'm gonna have to figure it out when I build them. It's either gonna be the Brachiosaurus or the Visitor Center. All these other sets have just been really small, like a car and that's it. I'm gonna have to build them to decide. It's probably gonna be the Brachiosaurus, probably just because, you know, Brachiosaurus, but we'll see. Why did I open up the third one first? That makes no sense. I'm not thinking right now. Push those to the back. Stickers. Like, I know it's not gonna bother everyone. It's a more specific thing to me. That I'm annoyed that they made it the wrong color. It's, like I said, it's still a beautiful design. Like this Triceratops. It still looks great. I love the patterns and how they made it look. I just wish that they made it the right color. I don't think that's too ridiculous of an ask. That they didn't make it the wrong color. And that somebody at Universal should have done their job. You're like, hey, Lego, hold up, that Triceratops is supposed to be gray. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to get too mad about it. I'm just going to point it out and be like, yeah, it's kind of annoying. Because it is. It's just kind of annoying. Not the end of the world. But it is a mark against the accuracy of the set. So, I gotta bring it up. Still a beautiful Triceratops, though. And at least it's actually a Triceratops and not a Pseudoceratops that decided to make a Triceratops. Not gonna live that one down, Lego. You couldn't just remove the nose horn and curve the horns a little bit? Is that too much to ask? Dominion's wave really was a bit disappointing. And I think comparing Dominion's wave to this is what's going to make this one probably a lot more favorable, in my opinion. Not only is it based on the original Jurassic Park, which gives it bonus points immediately, but, you know, they don't have any serious issues going on. Thank you. This dumb thing. You know what? Maybe it's because I have it plugged in. I'm going to unplug it, and hopefully it lasts at least for a little bit. What do you want? I think my cat wants out. Give me a sec. You want to be let out? Come on. Go. There we go. Get these boxes out of the way. Ah. Let's actually step back into my chair. Ooh. Thank you for that, by the way. All right, let's get to work. So yeah, probably gonna talk about that during my review. Is the wrong colors of the Triceratops. I probably won't knock any points because it's, like I said, it's still a beautiful stripe. But I do have to point it out. Hopefully they can reuse this base, you know, this nice, beautiful pattern and color it correctly in future. I mean, like I said, the 2014 Jurassic World set has the perfect T-Rex for this set. But this, you know, for 1993. The 1993 set has the perfect T-Rex for the 2014 version. So it's not like they've gone in order. It's like they've gone in order, you know, before. So you just have to wait a little bit. I'll probably bring it out eventually. This is probably my favorite vehicle of the wave. Is the it's gonna be this Ford Explorer, just because it gives us, because you know this is the one that gets destroyed in the other set, so you can actually get the functional version of that vehicle. So you can have both the destroyed and the functional one on display. I'm glad Lego thought I had enough to do that. That's bonus points right there. You were talking about Dino Crisis earlier. I keep talking about Dino Crisis because they really do need to make remake of that game. Well, like they've just remade Resident Evil 5. What's next? What else are they gonna remake? Resident Evil or Resident Evil 4? Are they gonna remake 5 next? You know? Or could we go and finally do Dino Crisis maybe? I want to remake a Dino Crisis. I think a lot of people do. Dino Crisis is amazing. The first one at least. Not so much the sequels. Dino Crisis 2 was disappointing in the ending. Maybe they could fix it in a re-release. Give us a proper Giganotosaurus boss fight. Maybe just remove the T-Rex altogether and put the Giga in its place. Because honestly, the part that annoyed me the most about the Dino Crisis 2 was just the T-Rex getting killed in a way that really just removed a lot from the game for me. Like, I was getting excited to fight the T-Rex. They built up this T-Rex with the entire game only to kill him off with somebody else and think I'm going to immediately go for that guy and be like, yeah, that guy's, I want to fight that guy now? Nah. I want to take down the guy that's been harassing me throughout the entire game. So, hopefully, they might fix it if they do that. But, you know, we got to remake Dino Crisis 1 first. And, I mean, how likely do we think that is? Dino Crisis is see you later, my man. Yeah. Yeah, I think I mentioned I want to make my own. See you later, Andre.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I want to make my own dinosaur horror game because it feels like nobody else is gonna do it, but it would be so hard to do. I have my idea. I just need time, and I have to learn how to use Unreal Engine or something, and a lot of time. Just choose like a small sampling of dinosaurs. Use some bought assets from the store. Like I was looking around and I found a feathered raptor, and I was like, why is anyone using this feathered raptor when they buy dinosaur assets? And I was like, oh, it's because it's under Deinonychus, and no one knows what Deinonychus is. Besides, you know, dino nerds, and they're, surprisingly enough, not the ones making dinosaur games. Bum, 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 bum. My goodness. I'm genuinely curious about that though. After Resident Evil 4 remake, what are they gonna do? Just make the next Resident Evil game and then what? Because they can't. There's like no other Resident Evil games they can remake. I haven't even bought Resident Evil 4 remake. I'll be honest. I think Resident Evil 4 is a little overrated. I played through it and I'm just kind of like, all right, yeah, I can see why you like it, but I just think it's a little overhyped. Which I guess is, to be fair, how I feel about a lot of games like that. Although usually they're open world games. People go like, oh, it's the best game ever. And I play, I'm like, it's just kind of, it's kind of alright, I guess. Wouldn't hold my attention for very long. Oh, you know what I'm excited for is that they announced Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. And that one's very specific to me and my friends because we loved Hot Wheels Unleashed. That was my game. I guess I don't know much about Resident Evil besides the main series games, so my knowledge extends to just the few. I haven't even played all the main series games. I haven't played 1 or 3 or 7. I played the second game, the 4th, the 5th. Oh no, I didn't play the 6th. I played the 7th because that was Resident Evil Biohazard. That was the good. Resident Evil 7 was great. I want another one like that, if anything. I haven't played that one either, Resident Evil 0. No idea. I'm not too into Resident Evil. I like when they make good games, but unfortunately, they don't have the best track record for that. You know? Because Resident Evil Village was kind of not good. I didn't really like Resident Evil Village all that much. It lacked a lot of the horror I really loved about the Resident Evil Biohazard. I was like, well, that's our goal. I was like, why did you make it your goal to remove the horror? The only good sequence in the game was that dollhouse section. Beyond that, it was pretty boring. They released a DLC, and I just never even played it because I just didn't care at that point. I was like, whatever, you released a DLC for the Resident Evil game I don't really care about. I heard there's some scarier bits in that one, but again, it's like, you already lost me. I'm not coming back. I 100% completed Resident Evil 7. I got every achievement in that bad boy. That game is absolutely fantastic. You know what I should do for Jurassic June? Maybe I should play Dino Crisis. That would be fun, right? I haven't played Dino Crisis in a while. That would be fun. Whether I'll do it on the channel or whether I'll do it by myself, I don't know. It's been a while. I unlocked all the costumes when I last played through the game, and then I was like, alright, I've unlocked all the costumes. I'm done. Like at some point I should just start like playing through a bunch of games and watching movies that I haven't like played or watched. Because there are so many popular things that I've never touched just because like when I was a kid all I watched was Jurassic Park on repeat, so I didn't watch a lot of other movies that people watched. I mentioned before, I've never seen like Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or Harry Potter or any of those other like really popular things just because I never cared to watch them. I was too busy watching Jurassic Park on repeat to watch Harry Potter or whatever. My parents will say I did watch them. They're like, oh yeah, you watched them? You watched them when you were like 3 years old? Like, that doesn't count. I don't remember anything from when I was 3 years old. Whoop. Dang it. Alrighty then. I think this is like this. There we go. Right? Yeah, I'm on the right side. There it is. 04. Gosh darn it, should get that sticker on just right. Not perfect, but it worked. There we go. There's a lot of games I need to play. I'm busy playing XCOM right now, which is, you know, XCOM Enemy Unknown, XCOM Enemy Within, thinking with the Enemy Within DLC. Because that game, I love XCOM. Because I was playing, I got my friends to start playing it, and they're busy getting destroyed by aliens, and I'm over here having lost one person. Like, absolutely destroying all the aliens, because I'm just played the game way too much when I was a kid. Like, when I was getting my Xbox, you know, stopped watching movies, started playing Xbox. I was playing a ton of it, like XCOM and Team Fortress 2 and all that. I played Team Fortress 2 on the Xbox. No hats, all basic, you know, all stock weapons. Oh man, that sticker placement was awful. No, it's on there. It's stuck. Well, it's crooked. That's gonna really hurt to look at. Actually, get it off. Come on. It's not too late. We can take it back off and put it back on again. There we go. Much better. There we are. Whew. Here we go. Jurassic Park. Time for box 2. It's also kind of surprising that Lego decided to include the pile of poo in this set. Normally they're trying to avoid things like that, you know? At least because the line is tied in with a swear word, you think they try to avoid it. Because, oh, that's one big pile of shit. Oh no, I just got demonetized. Oop. The Xbox version is shutting down. To be fair, I haven't played the Xbox edition of Team Fortress 2 in a long time. I have PC now. There was no reason to go back. I only played it because the Xbox was the only option I had, and probably somebody who knew what good video games were got me a copy of the Orange Box. And, you know, thank you to whoever that was, because I got to play some of the best video games ever. You know, Portal, Half-Life episodes 1 and 2, Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 2 episodes 1 and 2. Got to play the best of the best. Kind of spoils you as an early gamer. And then you go and you find out Valve hasn't made any games in forever. It's like, oh, dang it. Valve doesn't make a lot of games, but when they do, they make absolute bangers. Except for Artifact. I guess we'll just forget about that one. Honestly, like most of the games I want to play these days aren't even like big studio games. Yeah, Lord Gate can't count to 3. Ain't that the truth? But yeah, it's like other than Valve, I wouldn't look forward to any big like video game release at all these days, just because so many of them are so awful. Like, there's no reason to get excited for any of these big like, oh, look at EA's making a new video game. That's gonna be full of microtransactions and be super glitchy, and they'll promise to fix it eventually. The same goes for a lot of studios, like Activision too. Ubisoft. It's really a lot of them. There are a lot of them that are causing the problem. Oh yeah, let's talk about Overwatch 2. How they had canceled the campaign. Man, am I glad I didn't bother playing that one. I played Overwatch 1, I thought it was alright, got bored with it, never touched it again. I saw Overwatch 2 release, and I'm like, no thanks, I'm good. And now seeing the absolute chaos that erupted, I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't bother. Thanks to a studio that decided they'd rather make endless microtransactions and charge you $20 to put a stupid hat on yourself. Team Fortress 2 might be bad with their hats, but at the very least, you know, there's a lot of content there, and they have their PvE mode, which is really funny. Man versus machine, baby. Yeah, Team Fortress 2 will always be out of Overwatch. That's just the truth. How's it going? Oh, hey, Jurassic Studs? Yeah, MVM is fun, but I am terrible at it. I don't play it enough. So I just walk in and it's like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, playing the game? No, you're not. You're playing like trash. Yeah. Yeah, it's going alright, Jurassic Studs. We're getting on. Building the nice, Ford Explorer here. Yeah, Team Fortress 2 for me was mostly actually about Death Run and Prop Hunt. That's where I found those game modes, and man, I love those 2 game modes. Spent so much time on those servers. I ended up I did end up buying a couple emotes that were like just like sit down, like Spy in his little chair with a little mug and stuff and whatnot. Those are more recent. It's like, yeah. Honestly, it's kind of surprising that Team Fortress 2 is still alive. I don't know how they keep their active player base. They really don't. And I don't know how Valve manages to ignore a player base of 100,000 players. It's genuinely like most. You're making like all the other indie and smaller studios eat their own hair, rip their own hair out and eat it. Because it's like, how is this? We can't even get any players, and they get a 6-figure player count, and they ignore that. It's like, wow. People will argue, oh, it's just bots, but it's really not. There's a lot of real people there. Every time I log in, I can find a whole bunch of real people playing Team Fortress 2. I'm talking about Team Fortress 2 while building Jurassic Park Lego. But you know, that's just how a stream works. You just keep talking and you go off on different tangents and whatnot. The bluish gray, I mean, it's fine. It should be more brown, but then again, Triceratops should be gray. So, and you know, the T-Rex should be more light brown. None of the colors are really perfect in these sets. And I mean, you know, you could just wait. They'll definitely use it again, hopefully. You know, I kind of hope they use the Gallimimus again, but then they hadn't for this wave, so. Oh, where'd you go? Careful, don't knock over the... Dang it, where'd he go? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, just if you don't want to buy it, then I get it. But just wait. Eventually, they'll have to reuse it because they don't make a model and not reuse it. It might take a while to get around to it. Like they haven't reused the Anki or the Galley, but they will eventually. You know. I'm just dropping all kinds of things today. Hoorah. It's just you're wondering what else I should do for Jurassic June. Yeah, I know it's Thunder Fortresses. I never played it, but I know what it is. I was too busy playing Prop Hunt and Death Run to play anything like Slender Fortress. Yeah, Freak Fortress 2, I don't know, man. I don't know what that is. That one I don't recognize. When I saw it, I thought of Scream Fortress. It's alright. They're like, oh, food's here. I already ate. So. Wait, I forgot one of the fours, didn't I? Yeah, I did on the back here. Must have missed one of the instructions where to put this thing on. Let's get the glass out of the way. Let me pull this closer so I can actually get a good look at it. This is such a small sticker. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah, I do really want to make my own like dinosaur based horror game. With like some links to the TF2 wikis. I couldn't even open them, like I'll be honest. Because I can't really like lean over and do anything on my computer right now. It's too covered in stuff. I appreciate the offer, but I can look it up later if I really need to. That's interesting. Oh, versus Saxon Hale, that's another one. Versus Saxon Hale is fun.
The first time you said that, I remember once we got the pizza about air fryers. That's when he got very angry and started talking shit talking a whole bunch.
Yeah, there's a lot of good community-made game modes in TF2. Maybe that's really just the secret. That's it. That's all you need. If you have a community that's willing to make a bunch of fun game modes, then eventually your game will live forever. Especially if you give them the tools to do so. Which is something that a game like Back 4 Blood totally failed at. I remember Back 4 Blood? That game, I didn't even buy it when it came out because...
She's in his room still. Did you tell him? Go to his Lego stuff. No. Did anyone tell him? Yes, I told him.
Oh, dang it.
We're doing movie night, so you gotta come out now.
Bro, what? I'm busy right now. At least let me finish this set. Friends like, oh, we gotta do movie night right now. I don't do movie night. I'm getting close to finishing it. I have to finish the set and probably go, so let's hurry this up. So they don't get too mad at me. I'm almost done anyways. I'm gonna watch a dang movie. It's probably like 2.5 hours or some dumb stuff like that. If I could stop dropping pieces, that'd be great. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Heck yeah. Jurassic Park Saga. If only, man, if only. Oh god, I hear that. That's the Marvel intro. They're probably trying to watch Quantum Mania. My parents love the superhero movies, man, but I'm not the biggest fan. I'll be honest. I think superheroes are not the most engaging. I see them 100,000 times, and even then, like Marvel ain't even my favorite, anyways. I like Batman. I like DC stuff more. So yeah, you know, I'm trying to finish this as fast as possible so I can go do it. I'm not gonna start just yet. Yeah, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Absolutely love Left 4 Dead. No joke about that one. I have sunk hundreds of hours into Left 4 Dead. Top tier video game right there. I don't really care if I missed the intro, I'll be honest. I don't even care if I missed the whole movie. That's another Marvel movie. I don't need to watch it. Why is there a beam on the inside? Is that just for decoration? Gosh darn it. I don't like getting to stream early. I really don't. Just to watch some, no doubt, not very entertaining Marvel movie. It's gonna be too loud to do anything anyways, even if I wanted to stick around. You probably can hear the loud volume from here. I gotta race to the finish. Yeah, all we got left is the pile of poo. Stop. Heads are rolling, you know, complete stop. Put his happy face on. He gets a shovel. I was like, why are you doing the little loading thing? I was like, is it freezing again? Almost there. We're almost done with this, and then I can go and get dragged into some movie night nonsense. Yeah, the biggest problem with movie night for us is that nobody in my house likes the same stuff. So we all disagree on what we like, and so every time we watch something, it's gonna be like, you know, it's gonna be like, oh, well, they get to pick today because it's their turn, and it's like, and they go watch something, and like nobody else enjoys it. Lego's not gonna do any Jurassic Park 3 sets. I'd be surprised if they even did Lost World sets, which is what I really want. Oh, we almost got it. It's just a little pile of dung. Oh, I caught that one. Maybe they're watching the new Guardians of the Galaxy or something. I don't know. I can't tell what they're watching from out here. From all the way over here, it could be anything. I don't know. He's not even out on DVD yet? Like, is that even for home release at this point? Maybe not. Oh, look, there's a cherry on the inside. I think it's a reference to the Lego game. Because when you dig up some of the booze, there's like cherry in it, you know? Put a second cherry in there. Get 2 cherries. Alright. And there's a brown frog. To represent, I guess, a little mound of poo at the top. You move the egg, you move that, and it's like, oh look, there's cherries in there. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. There it is. This is another Lego set completed. The central piece, the pile of dung. I didn't get to build the 2 coolest sets here yet, so we'll set these aside. And I'll have to end it here and go deal with movie night, but when I come back, we're gonna finish this. I don't care how late I have to go, we're doing these 2 tonight. I shall see you all then. So, how do I end this? See you all in a bit. Sorry I have to go so early, but you know, my dad's birthday and he wants to watch a movie for movie night, so I'll see you in like maybe 2 hours. These Marvel movies take a while. See ya.